Hello everyone, I'd like to welcome you to this week's Faith and Yoga at St. Bartholomew's. My name's Dixie and I'm here with my husband Fred and Aaron Porter. Today's yoga session, we're going to talk about restorative yoga, and that is going to be our practice for the day. I have a psalm that resonates with the word restore and the meaning behind restorative. Restore to me the joy of your salvation and uphold me with a willing spirit. That's Psalm 51:12. I'm going to read it one more time. Restore to me the joy of your salvation and uphold me with a willing spirit. Let your mind ponder that for just a moment. Well, restorative yoga is for everyone. It's for people that usually do chair yoga. It's for people that do a strenuous flow yoga. It's for anyone at all. People that don't even do yoga can benefit from participating in this restorative practice. It's very peaceful. It's a relaxed way of exercising and moving the body. And it can also have deep relaxation benefits. It can help lower your blood pressure and loosen up your joints. So if I don't have you convinced to try it yet, if you are any of these things, or if you have any of these troubles like falling asleep at night, troubles with anxiety and worry, feeling tired when you wake up in the morning, having monkey brain, which basically means your brain's thinking about all kinds of different things all throughout the day rather than being in the moment of what you're doing. If you have trouble relaxing, or if you find yourself having anger issues, whether it's when you're out driving, whether it's waiting in line, whether it's dealing with all the differing opinions and clarities on what we're to do during this COVID situation, well, those are just some examples of people that would benefit from restorative yoga. So you see, my point in the beginning is restorative yoga is for everyone. The poses are held for 3 to 5 minutes, so you're going to see me peeking at my phone a lot to time the poses, and Fred's going to help do some of the poses today too. For a restorative class that I've been to before, some of the poses have been held up to 10 minutes. And the poses include gentle twist, seated forward folds, and some supported back poses. And I realize that for some people it can be very challenging to be still and allow yourself to stay in the pose. But I hope you will persevere with us. And I also hope you'll feel the calming effect of having a slower, quieter practice today. You're going to need a few props. I brought my bolster along that I have at home. You're going to be seeing what Fred brought along. He brought some blankets from home and another regular sofa bolster pillow. And I had let Erin know to bring some things along, and it looks like she brought a blanket and maybe a bed pillow type. Any of these things will do to help with the position. So if you need to pause and gather up those things, please do. I'd also like to talk to you about another tool that's available to help with restorative yoga and enjoying some nature, and that is lavender. I don't know if any of you use essential oil. When we had the classes here at the church, I almost always had an essential oil to share with the class. And the one I would choose today would definitely be lavender. And lavender has been used for healing properties for thousands of years. And its fragrance can be relaxing and restorative. So that's one way to think about it. That's what this book says about lavender. And let's see what this book says about lavender. This is Love Lavender, and it's got a lovely picture of lavender right here. I'll walk forward a little bit so you can see it. And I've also brought a bunch of dried lavender from my home, which I cultivated and grew last year. I always tease that I have a micro lavender farm. But this has a nice scent as well. And I'm going to be sharing some lavender essential oil with my two yogis today as well to help with the calming effect. So let's hear what this book has to say about Lavender Club. The scent of lavender is to have a calming effect on the senses and is believed to be a particularly effective natural remedy for symptoms of anxiety. Tinctures of teas may be used using lavender are sometimes prescribed to people suffering from insomnia to help them sleep. Lavender can be found in plant form and as an essential oil. Lavender essential oil can be found in massage oils that help to relieve joint pain and relax aching muscles. It is also believed to act as an anti-inflammatory that can be found in skin moisturizers that help cleanse bacteria from the skin. The oil's smell is also considered an effective insect repellent. It can be applied directly to the skin to help ward off moths and mosquitoes. Try this pretty plant's soothing effects for yourself. Use dried lavender leaves and flowers to make your own potpourri and enjoy the relaxing scent around your home. Add a few drops of lavender essential oil will bring out the fragrance even more. Experiment with essential oil blends. Peppermint and chamomile or other clean, soothing scents that combine well with lavender. Create a therapeutic bath experience by adding 3½ ounces of Epsom salt as the water is running. This magnesium-rich addition will help to relax sore and tired muscles. Then add in 5 drops of lavender essential oil a few minutes before you hop in to provide a beautiful, relaxing scent as well as an extra skin softener element. Or you can make a lavender bag with dried lavender to slip under your pillow at bedtime. Be sure to change the lavender every few months so the fragrance remains strong. So there you go. There's a nice way to use a plant to help in your yoga practice and to also help in the everyday effects with some calming. So I'm going to use some of this now, and I'm going to pass it on to Fred and Aaron as well if they'd like to use some. And while we're doing that, I'd like you to think about your intention for today. Remember, setting an intention before your yoga practice is a very important part, whether it be to just let yourself relax and be still in this moment today, or whether you have a bigger incentive or intention set for today. But please make that part of your practice. Well, let's get started. As with any yoga practice, we're going to start with our breathing. And a favorite of mine has been the 4-second inhale through the nose, holding for a moment, exhaling through the nose for a count of 4, and doing it for a cycle of 5. That gets oxygen into all our body. So let's start with that, with a nice inhale through the nose. And I'll count for you the first time. Ready? Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a nice deep breath in, this time pulling down into your lungs. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. If you use some essential oil, this time hold the scent close to your nose while you're breathing in. For 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 more rounds of this. I'll let you do it on your own. We're going to start, as we always do as well, with a gentle closing of your eyes if you're comfortable with that. Just let the eyelids meet top and bottom, and just take a moment to soften your eye area. And this is another opportunity to take a moment to inhale the essential oil. And slowly and softly let those eyes open up. And taking a glance up to the ceiling, to the right, and or outside, up to the sky if you're looking outside. And looking up. And then bringing your direction down and across the room to the floor. And we're going to take it up to the left side of the room. And bring it down to the right side corner of the room. And we're going to take our nose and start drawing a circle, nice and big. When your circle gets to where you want it, you can reverse it and go the other direction. And then you can bring your neck to stillness. When you're ready, just take a gentle look to your right, over your shoulder. And return to center. Take a gentle look to the left. To the center. If you're comfortable, letting your neck come to chin, chin coming to chest with a bend forward. And back to center. And only if you're comfortable with letting your head come back. Back of that head. And returning to center. Let's let our shoulders come back into going to the back, lifting shoulders up and rolling back. Loosening up and then forward. And letting your arms come out to the side. Turning palms up. And palms down. Doing a few circles with palms down. Reversing that direction. Switching into palms up. And with some circles. And reversing that direction. Taking arms out to the side, bringing them back a little farther, and then across for a hug. Gonna do it again. Let's put the other arm on top this time. And arms will come up. Palms touch. Fingers interlace. We're gonna turn the knuckles toward the head and just do an easy lateral bend to the right. And back to center and to the left. And back to center. And bring arms down by the side. We're just going to do a gentle lifting of our leg. Just bring the right leg up and back down. Left leg up and back down. This time right leg, lift, foot's flexed, that's pointed, and flex, and down. Left foot up, it's flexed, point, flex, down. One more time on each side. All right. Well, we're going to get started, and the first pose we're going to be doing is the child's pose. And once more, Fred's going to tell you more about the child's pose and how to get comfortable in it. And you're going to need your blankets for this, or a pillow, to make it really comfortable. And also, Fred may or may not tell you this, but I'm going to tell you, just in case he doesn't, that if you are one of the people that has trouble sleeping, Doing a child's pose 10 minutes before you actually go to bed is said to have good effects on better sleep. So keeping that in mind, you've got lavender and child's pose to help with sleep. So I welcome Fred, and he's going to take over for this part.
For this pose, we have all sorts of props. We have blocks that you may use. We have a blanket, which is folded over. And what I'm going to do is put the blocks under the blanket and such. Put the blanket over the top. And also have a bolster. And we're going to transition ourselves into a seated child's pose. Our knees spread apart. Our head is going to come down onto the bolster. We're going to hold this pose for about 3 to 5 minutes. And if you're not comfortable having your legs bent like this, there is another prop that you can use. You can put a blanket underneath your knees, which will help to soften that position. This position will help relieve the tension in your back. Just feel yourself sink down into the blanket or your bolster and relax. And what Dixie was saying about it's very difficult to be still sometimes in our daily life. In this position, there's one banner here in the church I'm always reminded of. It's be still and know that I am God. And think about that when you're in this position. Just try to be still. If you have the scent, lavender scent, be aware of that. Let that soak in. Also, you can vary the position of your arms if you're not comfortable with your arms at your side. Put your arms behind you. Really sink in more deeply. Just relax. Take in the sound that you hear if you're outside, maybe a bird off in the distance. Maybe the wind rushing through trees. all of this tension is just flow out of your body into your props. Ready? Actually come up out of your position. The next position we want to transition into supported forward fold. Again, we're going to use the blanket as a prop, blocks. You can position these however is most comfortable for you. But we'll basically be in a staff position. I'm going to use the blanket on top of the box. I'm going to use my bolster in between my legs and on top of the blanket. Gradually, just come down and feel yourself sink into this position. Sink into your bolster, your blankets. Just feel yourself relax. You can spread those legs a little bit further if you're not comfortable, if you're not down far enough. Again, just feel the tension flow out of your body. Be still. Then you can reposition your arms if you're not comfortable here. Cross your arm, rest your head on your arms. Keep your breathing on here. Soft movement. Outside, and again, focus on sounds that you hear off in the distance. Just relax. Take it all over. Feel the tension just flow out of your body. Smell the scent of the lavender. If you have essential oils, breathe it in.
not think of the cat and cows as being restorative, but oh, they are. For any of you, like Fred said, that have trouble with your knees, since we're going to be holding these cat and cows and doing them for a prolonged period of time, you can support your knees with a bolster, a pillow, or a blanket if you'd like. Or if you don't mind, that's fine too. You can just keep your bolster nearby. But it's restorative for your spine, because just think about what your spine's doing all day long, whether you're sitting, standing, cooking, weeding, gardening, mowing the grass. Your spine is always in motion. So we're going to start out by coming to tabletop position. We've got our hands spread wide. We look back and our knees are about hip distance apart. If you look through, you do not see your toes. They should be behind you. And the toes should be against the mat. Hands are stacked straight. And let the belly drop for cow. Your spine goes down and let your gaze look up. We're going to do this slow and hold. So to make it easier on ourselves, I think we'll do each one for a count of 30 seconds. So here we are in cow, and we'll start now. You're inhaling in cow, gaze looks up, and if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes and just let your spine. Let's move to cat now. On the exhale, your spine pushes up. Your navel draws into your spine. And your chin, your gaze looks down. Once again, holding for 30. Returning to cow. Inhale, belly drops and looks up. Holding for 30. Transitioning to cat. Spine curls up, belly comes up, draw in. Inhale, belly drops, gaze looks up to cow. Curl, pull your belly in. And you can let yourself come out of that and give yourself a little bit of time to shake out your hands. And take this time too to have your hands in a gentle fist, and we'll do some rolling to the right just to ease up on those. And reverse that. And just a hands up with a little tilt back, and palms down. And hands up, and palms down. Okay, and now on to the next one. We're going to do our seated twist next, which we're just going to come to a seated position on the mat. I have my bolster just behind me, just to give me a little bit of support there.